Hey, I appreciate you watching our channel, and as you watch this video, please hit that thumbs up for us. That lets the Google algorithm know that you like this kind of content, and it spreads it out to more people. I really appreciate that. Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are back over here with Ichabod crane truck. Let me tell you, I have been looking for brake hoses. This has been an ordeal. This is a C50 Chevrolet, a 1970 C50 Chevrolet, but it's kind of more built like a C60 Chevrolet, and I think that's because it has the crane on the back of it, and they have upgraded the chassis to match. So I ended up finding brake hoses for a 1969 C60, and they're about 2 inches longer, but the ends are identical. So I believe this is going to fix us. It took me it's been a good week and a half, 2 weeks since we've been over here working on the truck. It took me that long to find them and then order them, and it took like 5 days to get here. So let's put these dudes on. All right, so I've got my brass washer here, and put this in. All right, so there we go. We'll put it through the hole. Look at there, plenty of room. The other one was really tight, just sitting right here that was really tight. So we'll go ahead and hook the brake lines up onto the bottom and go from there. All right, let me give you a little recap what we got done. So what we've done on both sides, if we replace the wheel cylinders on both top and bottom on both sides, and we put new brake hoses again on both sides, and then there are the metal lines that go between the wheel cylinders on both sides. Those have been replaced as well. Now this is a tool. It's just basically a 3/8 inch breaker bar, but it's really thin, and it's designed for belt tensioners on automotive type apparatuses, like they have little short sockets. Well, it just so happens that with this short apparatus in a 5/8 socket, you have a perfect brake tool. It has two 5/8 bolts that run that operate a cam on the back of this braking plate, and the only way you can get in there is with something really, really narrow, and it really needs a little bit of a deepness, but a wrench won't fit, so you need something like this. So what I'm doing is, as I'm rotating this, I'm turning this around until I feel the drum hit. There you go, just a little drag. That's all you want. When you can't turn it by hand, it's too much. So all right, that's all there is to setting the brake tension on these. These brake shoes, as they wear out, they lose. They're not automatically setting like modern brakes. You have to they self-adjust. These do not self-adjust. So every so often you need to check, jack the wheel up and adjust your brakes on these as the brake shoe wears out. All right, so this is the left side, the left front. Got just a little bit of drag on this one. Feel really good about the brakes. Brakes are good on both sides, all new parts. Now the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and bleed the brake system. I know we've not done the back yet, but I like to fix one thing at a time before I move from front to the rear. And I can look at the back brakes, the back brake wheel cylinders, that's hard to say, and tell that they have been changed out not as long ago. The truck's been sitting for 10 years, but they're a lot newer than these were. So these were just completely ruined beyond repair. Okay, so I've got the brake, I don't know what this thing's called, cap plate, we'll call it that. We got the brake adapter, and it just goes on to the top of the master cylinder, and it pulls down tight against this rubber gasket. And theoretically, it shouldn't leak. We made this up last time, and you put the brake bleeder on here, and it pushes brake fluid through at 15 psi. That way you don't have to keep pushing the brake pedals all the time. So we'll bleed it all the way down. We'll bleed it here at the master cylinder. We'll bleed it at the brake booster, which is up under it. And then we'll come down and bleed here again at the front wheels, and just kind of get us an idea of how the brakes feel and look for any kind of leaks. You got it? You got me. So when I was in the Army, we wouldn't have any problem with bleeding it, bleeding all the air out of it and wasting a lot of brake fluid, because we didn't have to pay for the brake fluid. But when you have to pay for the brake fluid is expensive now. It used to be cheap. Since the time, I guess we'll go ahead and waste some brake fluid. See how bad this is going to leak. I'm only putting 5 psi in it.
Oh, it's leaking.
No, it's not leaking.
Yes, it is.
No, that's bleeding and pushing the air out of it.
Oh.
All right, we just bled the master cylinder. What I'm going to do now is go down to the power brake booster. I'm not going to bring you guys down there again. It's in another video where we did it prior. So if bleeding the master cylinder and the brake booster is not that big a deal. Then we'll go down to the wheel cylinder and bleed all 4 front new wheel cylinders. I already heard the wheel cylinders push out. You can hear the springs moving in the drums. So let's get it done. This one shouldn't take as long. You always go to the further side away to do your bleeding. I don't see any signs of leaking. And it's only 20 psi, so it shouldn't. It's something we're going to keep an eye on. When you rebuild a brakes like this, you definitely want to keep an eye on this stuff later on. Okay, fronts are done. Should have some brakes going on. All right, push. All right, that's a good sign. All right, let go. Push. I mean, this is no real brake test, but a lot of play in the steering. I have to rebuild that gearbox, I guarantee you that. But it's tolerable. Let go. Well, that's so much more responsive than before. All right, push. There. No power brakes either. That's just the master cylinder. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this tire on. The trick you can do, probably not the safest thing to do, but you can take your toes and put it up here on either side of it. And if it's not too far off, you can just pick it up with your toes and get it started. So that was pretty close. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of nuts started, and then we'll hang this thing. Let's jack it up one more pump. All right. There we go. Look at there, sitting on its front wheels for the first time in probably a month and a half. I'm gonna carry it outside and hot rod it. Honey's like, no, we don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, we do. Tell her we want to do it. Everybody says they want to do it. They want to see that truck hot rodded. All right, so we're going to check the oil in the crane. I know it's low, and it ain't even touching the dipstick, if you guys can see that or not. It says full is all the way up here. I don't know if I have enough oil to fill this up. So we will set this here out of the way and get the funnel. Mr. Randy, the guy I go to Bible study with, he gave me this funnel. He got me this funnel. He said, you just don't see a good funnel no more. So he got me this funnel. I thought that was pretty cool of him. You don't see a metal funnel anymore. They're all plastic and yucky. All right, so this is 2 gallons. I've got about, 8 gallons of this. So this is just a universal premium hydraulic fluid. I know somebody said, that's not the right stuff for this, but I promise you it'll be better than what's in it now. After we get everything up and running, we'll go ahead and change the filter and change the fluid. We'll do a little more research on it. But I'm probably going to run this in there. It's a good oil. I like it. I like to run over the same hydraulic fluid and everything. Probably costs a little too much, but hey, I want to be able to put the same stuff's in the tractor. So I'm going to go ahead and, I don't think we're anywhere near full. So this is the full mark right here, and we're probably another half gallon or so, maybe a gallon more would top this thing completely off. But I'm gonna leave it right there. From the looks of all these hoses, we're going to end up having to change a bunch of them anyway. Take a look up in here, Tom. If you look right here, you can see the outside rubber of these hoses is just where the sun is baked on for 10 years or better. They're probably bad to begin with. So the metal is the only thing holding this together. There's a rubber line on the inside of this metal braided line, and this rubber on the outside protects the braided metal line. So you can look through here and see that we've got lots of work to do. You can see, yeah, it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Hey, but
Hi, batteries. Come here, Jake.
cold January day, we run the crane through the full cycles, and I don't know why I want to put my hands up and go full cycle, because it went up high, I guess, but I'm excited. It went through full cycle. And anyway, so we put the outriggers down, we raise it up, down, left, right, telescope out, telescope in, and cable in and out. Everything works. It obviously needs to be serviced and it's rusty, but everything works. That is a wonderful thing to know. Everything works. So the only thing that is not right now, I can pull the cable. There's a cable that engages the hydraulic pump, and you push it to disengage it. Well, it pulls to engage it, but it doesn't disengage it when you turn it off. All right, so I have to go up onto the truck and manually turn that thing off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now, and then we'll pull it back in the shop and start on the rear end. Okay, so we've got everything done. I feel pretty good about it. Listen, if you got some questions about this truck, please put it in the comment section below and I'll try to answer it. If you've got some knowledge about this truck, please put it in the comment section below and I will really appreciate it. There is absolutely nothing on this crane out there. I've got probably a few thousand hours of crane time, but not on this crane. So any information, all the data plates are gone. All of the charts showing how high and how strong it lifts at a certain point, all that's gone. Can't find anything on it. So if you got something out there, please let me know. I can tell you this puts that side of outrigger out, this puts this side rear out, this slings left and right, this is up and down, this is telescope in and out, and this is cable in and out. It took me a few minutes to figure that out, but hey, that's, after you do it for a few days, that's going to be an easy thing. So let me jump up under this thing and throw that lever, and we're going to put this away put it to bed for now. And the next video, we're going to start tearing the rear end apart and getting this thing road-worthy. So I didn't want to put a lot of time in bleeding the brakes completely, because I know I'm going to be tearing the rear brakes, but hey, we know the front brakes work. That dude that locked up it's awesome. So listen, I really appreciate you watching our channel. If you like what we do, hit the thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you like the video. And also, if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. That'll let you know when we put out something new. God bless and have a great day.